Hey guys, what is up? It is Warrior Mitch. I'm here to talk about some classic fresh stuff. I'm going to be covering a lot of it. I think Blizzard can do this in a super fun, exciting new way that people will love, and it'll be a big W for them, which they kind of need right now. So let's just get right into the video. Nine days ago, this was 9 days ago. They potentially we saw some stuff on the PTR that looked like fresh servers might be coming. And yesterday on a blue post, they actually confirmed while classic players told they want a chance for a fresh start. We'll be sharing more on our plans soon. Which so it sounds like they've got plans for a fresh start. So let's look at the survey that they released back in June, and try to get an idea of what players want and what would be cool. Uh, First off, let me just say that I think a 2 year cycle would be terrible. I think um, I think the players that would like that players that would be okay with that are the ones that just love classic, the ones that have played on private servers and been playing this whole time, and they wouldn't mind it, they would like it. But to make this new and innovative and bring people in, I think we need a six month cycle that is constantly getting updates and getting new stuff and showing people that Blizzard's making content for the consumers again, and is here for us. And I think they can do it, and I think 6 month cycle would be perfect for that. So let's look at some of the changes that they'd be doing. The first one on the list is faster XP rates. First off, leveling in the game is super fun. It's part of the classic vibe and feel, and it's real gameplay that people enjoy and have so many good memories with. So I would hate to see this get turned up too much, but in a 6 month cycle, it would definitely need to be faster. People would, want to get max level quicker because they know that there's a finite amount of time, and rightfully so. And I also think it's kind of a barrier to entry for people that are older or don't have as much time, or just someone wanting to try the game out, but it's like, man, I don't want to have to sink so much time just to get to max level and then explore everything for the first time. So maybe like a 2 times 2.5, something that definitely speeds it up but doesn't just make it obsolete, because it is gameplay in classic. It's fun, you'll like it, trust me, if you haven't done it before. um, and it's good. Barbershop, sure, add it. No world bus and raids, definitely add it. This is something that, especially for people that aren't as familiar with classic, can be super hard and frustrating. And if you die, if you want to keep playing, you have to log out, you have to get an alt, and just get rid of it. Even the more hardcore players, it's just so much sunken time getting all this stuff ready. And yeah, just get it out. People will love that. It'll be more fun. Increased debuff limit on raid bosses. Sure, this is something where I'm kind of indifferent. It makes it a little bit more casual. There's that way your warrior tank's not throwing Ren down the boss, and now all of a sudden your Locke's dropping a bunch of deeps. It could be frustrating sometimes. It's not super important to me, but it probably would be better overall. So, neither like or dislike in my opinion, but definitely could make it a little bit more casual and lower the barrier to entry for this older MMO, which is super amazing. Black market, I personally don't know. I never even used the black market ever. I'm sure it's cool. um, I don't think it would change the game that much. If they want to add it, go for it. If people feel strongly about it, get it in. I'm sure it's fine. Original AV, sure, add that. Make sure you have the option for the other one too. Don't make people play this one, but it is something people want to do. So sure, get into the game. More difficult raid bosses and dungeon encounters. This is something I think they have to be very careful with. I think a system like Mythic Plus is kind of toxic, and I wouldn't want to see it get added to this. I do like what Mythic Plus does, but there are game flaws with it, and I think mostly on the community aspect, which Classic thrives on. Has really, like, it's a community driven MMO more so than the other stuff. You have to get guilds, have friends, and I think making it so if you have to play the right spec and the most optimal meta role, and if you don't have good enough IO, you don't get accepted to the group, because if we die, or if we die, our key gets demoted. And I think it just kind of builds a little bit of toxicity that would I'd rather not see come to Classic. And there are ways that they could do this with adding achievements to the game. So they could add achievement. They can add a mode, a Final Fantasy to something similar to this called Ultimate, and there's no power level attached to it, but there's achievements and rewards, maybe cosmetics, maybe a title, and these can, in WoW, they could carry over between each league or every 6 month cycle, whatever we want to call them. I like to call them leagues. I'm hoping that's what they do. Um, but yeah, add achievements to the game. Have something for hardcore players that they can go do, and have if people don't want to do the extra difficulty, they can still get the gear that everyone else is getting. Another way would be hardcore mode. So in the leagues, so I'm thinking of with all their leagues that come out every 3 months, and they have a hardcore mode. Or if you die, it's gone. Your character's gone. And I think that might be kind of hard to add into an MMO. You'd have to make a whole new server, and I'm not sure if splitting the player base would be the best idea, or how many people would even be interested in that in the first place. So an alternative would be add a hardcore option just to the raids and dungeons for people to get a taste. Maybe people really like it, maybe no one likes it, no one even uses it, but there can be achievements attached to it, maybe cosmetics attached to it. Maybe you can get like an undead cool looking horse for doing a hardcore dungeon mount. And that would be a good way to add a power level that is very optional, but gives you a little bit more to the game, more substance. And it'd be something I'd like to see. I don't know if that's the best way to introduce it, but I do think that is one way to make it more difficult. I do think difficulty is very good, though. It just has to be done in the right way. I think keeping it strictly cosmetics and titles would be the best way to do it, with achievements and not actual power level. Increased drop rate of items. I think this and the XP rates is the two biggest things that would bring in players that might not be interested, because they're like, oh, I don't have as much time, I'm not gonna be able to level, I'm not gonna be able to get the gear I want. Well, perfect, we have more gear dropping and we have faster leveling. Come play our game. The other one is earn gold at faster rates. I personally don't know how this would affect the economy. I don't know if there's more items and more gold, if everything's just going to scale up and be just as hard to get as it is in normal Classic. I don't know if just not changing it would matter. I do know if they increase gold rates, though, that ground mounts would be quicker to get, and it wouldn't be as much of a grind in a 6 month cycle. So for that reason, I think gold should have faster rates, so you can get your ground mount faster. But I don't know how it'll affect the auction house. Summoning stones and dungeon entrances, yeah, add it. So I think that that definitely a lot of these changes are really good. Be careful with the difficulty one. Definitely find a way to add difficulty, but do it the right way. And then I think leagues would just be so amazing. They can have a league where they introduce arena to the game and have maybe achievements or certain aspects of the game centered around that. They can go through all the raids, have like MC specific one and so forth, and they can do so much with it that I think it would just be so awesome and fun. And I don't think we should stop here either. We should keep getting every 6 months updates. Maybe the tier sets, right? There a lot of tier sets are very linear with they don't incorporate all specs of a class, right? So add more spec specific tier sets in there. Do balance changes to classes, do balance changes to items. Let's get changes and get updates and make this a new genre almost. I feel like they can make it the first ever MMO league that I know of. Maybe I'm wrong. If you guys know of one, let me know. But yeah, I think this would be innovative and cool and could be a really big plus for Blizzard. And I'm excited to see what they do. I hope if you guys have any cool ideas below, let me know. If my ideas sucked, tell me too. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm gonna cover this as much as I can. If I have any cool ideas or I can elaborate more on something, I'm gonna do that. And let's see WoW have a comeback and make something fun and cool and not be in the shithole that it is in right now. Thanks for watching my video. There will be more. Like and subscribe if you like it. Peace.